Okay, so welcome to my class. Okay, so x squared plus bx plus c is what we're doing today. We're going to learn how to factor polynomials that are in this form. Okay, so learning goal number 3 is I can factor trinomials with a leading coefficient of 1. Now this is my absolute favorite thing to do. Okay, and I want you to think of this as a puzzle. Okay, you are trying to solve a puzzle. Okay, and you just have to put all the puzzle pieces back together. So to factor so far, we know how to find a GCF and the lowest variable to factor out. Okay, that's step 1. Okay, you always need to see if you need to factor out the GCF and the variable. Okay, you're always going to do that. It's either going to make your life easy. Okay, it is going to make it easier if you can do that. If not, then you're going to have issues factoring. So always make sure you factor out the GCF. Okay, if this isn't possible, or if you could factor something out a little bit more, you're going to move to step 2. Okay, now step 2 is a little funky. So if the equation is in the form of x squared plus bx plus c, okay, that means your leading coefficient is 1. You don't have any other numbers beside the x squared. You're going to do the following. Okay, and yes, you do need to copy all of this down in your notebook. Okay, so you might want to pause the video so you can copy it down. So you're going to list all the pairs of factors for c whose sum, that means when you add them together, is equal to b. Okay, so you're going to find the factors of c, and you're going to pick a pair that would give you b when added together. Those numbers will go into parentheses with each variable. Okay, so if you have x, your variable is going to be x. If your variable is v, it's going to be v. Okay, now this, you're probably wondering, what am I doing? Okay, and you're probably really confused right now. But it's going to make sense when we actually apply this to a problem. So go ahead, pause the video, copy this down, and then we're going to move on to some examples. So I hope you have all that copied down. So let's move on. Let's do this example. X squared plus 8x plus 15. Okay, do I have a GCF or do I have a variable? Okay, I do not. So I have no GCF or variable for our terms. So we'll move to step 2. Okay. So step 2 says I need to find all the factors of c, okay, which is this number right here. Okay. So what times what would give you 15? Always start with 1. 1 times 15 is going to give me 15. Okay. 3 times 5 is going to give me 15. Okay, so which one of these will give me 8? Okay, so out of these factors, which sum will give me 8? 1 and 15 won't give me 8, but 3 plus 5 will. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to choose. So I'm going to do my parentheses, and you're going to always have an x. Okay, this is positive 3, so it's going to be plus 3. This is positive 5, so it's going to be plus 5. Okay, and then this is in factor form. This is my final answer. Okay, but you always want to check. Okay, so to check, you're going to use FOIL. Okay, so you're going to do your first, x times x is x squared. You're going to do your outer, x times 5 is 5x. You're going to do your inner, 3 times x is 3x. And then you're going to do your outer, 3 times 5 is 15. Combine like terms. Okay, does this match that? Yes, so this is my answer. Excuse me, this. Okay, this matches your original one, so that tells me we factored this correctly. Okay. So let's do some more examples. Now that was a fun one. So let's do this next example. X squared plus 6x minus 27. Okay, first of all, can I factor out a GCF? No. So I'm moving to step 2. I want to find the factors of negative 27. Now if this is a minus sign, it's going to be negative 27. You're trying to find the factors too. Okay? Anytime you have a negative, okay, when you do your parentheses, your signs are going to be different. You're going to have one minus and you're going to have one plus. Okay, anytime this is negative. So if it's negative, you're going to have different signs. Now this is just to help you when you're trying to find the factors. Okay, if you don't remember it, it's okay. If you do, it's going to make it simpler. Okay, so let's do 27. I have 1, negative 27. Okay, 1 times negative 27 is going to give me 27. Okay, but I could also have negative 1 times positive 27. Okay, both would give me negative 27. So you need to have both combinations, okay? So you need to have 1 times negative 27 is negative 27. Negative 1 times positive 27 will also give me negative 27. Okay, you need to write all of those. Okay, and then 3 times negative 9 will give me 27. So negative 3 times positive 9 will also give me negative 27. So which one of these factors, okay, when I add together would give me negative 27? Positive 6. Okay, so which factor, or which pair sums equals positive 6? Okay, and that is going to be negative 3 and 9. Okay, so this is negative, so I'm going to put the 3 beside the negative and 9 beside the positive. Okay, and that is my answer. And again, you can check it using FOIL method, and you should get this up here. Okay, you can always check your work. Okay, so again, you're going to find the factors of negative 27, and then you're going to find which pair, when added together, will give you that middle term, which is 6. And that is negative 3 plus 9 is going to give me a positive 6. Okay? Let's do one more before I let you do some on your own. Okay. Can I factor out a GCF? No, I cannot. So I'm going to find the factors of negative 36. Okay. So I'm always going to start with 1. 1 times negative 36. Now notice how this is negative. So again, I'm going to have 1 negative and 1 value that is positive. Okay. So I'm also going to have negative 1 and 36 would give me negative 36. I have 2 and negative 18. Then negative 2 and positive 18. We're just flipping them because it doesn't matter where your sign is. Okay, if you have different signs, it's going to give you a negative number. I have 3 and negative 12. I have negative 3 and positive 12. I have 4 and negative 9. I have negative 4 and positive 9. And then I have 6 and negative 6. Okay. So which one of these, when added, which pair when added together would give me 5? and that's going to be negative 4 and 9. Okay. Negative 4 plus 9 is going to give me a positive 5. So my 4 is negative, so my 4 is going to go here. 9 is positive, so it's going to go here. And that's going to be my answer. Okay, so this one you actually had to do a lot of factors, okay? Sometimes you're going to have to do that. And remember, you need both combinations, okay? So then you can do FORL and see if it would give you this, and it will. So I want you to try these next two on your own. So try doing these two, pause the video, okay, complete these, and then we'll come back. Okay, welcome back. So this one, can I factor a GCF? No. So I'm going to go ahead and write my factors for 56. Okay, so this time my sign is positive. So it can be negative or minus, but they're both going to have the same sign. Okay. And 7 and 8. But what's a negative times a negative? A positive. So your other options can be negative 1, negative 56 would give you positive 56. Negative 2, negative 28. Okay, you want to write every possible factor that you can use. Okay, so which one of these, when added together, would give you this middle term? And that is going to be 7 and 8. Okay, notice how they're both positive. So I'm going to have x plus 7, x plus 8. Okay, and that is going to be my answer. Okay, this next one, first you're going to factor out a GCF. You can't do that, so I'm just going to write my factors of 24. Okay, so which one added together would give you negative 4? None, okay? And that is okay. Sometimes something is just not going to be factorable. So if you cannot factor, if you don't have any factors, you're just simply going to write not factorable. And call it a day, okay? So we're going to do one more. Okay, this next one, we're going to do more of these. Okay, but I want you to look at something. First of all, these do not look, this one looks different than all the ones we've done before. Why? Because the leading coefficient is not 1, it is 5. Okay, so remember step 1, okay? You're always going to check. Always check to find a GCF. Okay. So what is my GCF here? It's going to be 5, so I'm going to factor out a 5. Okay, 5 times what would give me 5 phi squared? Phi squared. Okay, 5 times what would give me 30? 6, and then I need a v. 5 times what would give me 40, and that is 8. Okay, so that's step 1. Okay, step 2. Remember how yesterday's lesson I told you that wasn't the end? Okay, this is where you continue. Now, what is my leading coefficient? 1. So now I'm just going to factor this piece out. I'm going to leave 5 on the outside. Okay? And then I'm going to have my parentheses. Whatever this gives me, I'm going to put in here. So I'm going to come over here, and this is a positive 8. So I'm going to write out my factors. I have 1 and 8. I have -1 and -8. I have 2 and 4, -2 and -4. Okay, so which one of these added together would give me -6? Okay, and that is going to be -2 and -4. So remember, when signs are the same, you're going to add and keep the signs. So this is a -2, so it's going to be -2. This is a -4. This is going to be -4. So now this whole thing is my answer. Okay, so you always want to check to see if you have a GCF, and this time we did. Okay, and then you're going to take this little piece and factor that out, and then put that right beside what the 5. Okay. So again, I'm going to find like a really short video just to summarize what we did today. If you want some more help, you can watch that video. Okay, it is optional, or you can join my Google Meets and we'll go over this too. Okay, we're going to do more practice on this. Please ask me if you have any questions at all, and I'll be glad to help you. Again, you really need a good concept because we're just going to be building on it from here on out. Okay, I hope you all have a wonderful day.